The Worldcon has brought a diverse range of authors from around the world to Chengdu. Let's meet two award-winning authors, Shrita and Gabriela, who have agreed to share their thoughts and experience of how culture influences their writing.
I'd like to thank both of you for joining me today, and we're gonna have a chat over how you integrate like cultural background elements into your science fiction stories.
When I'm writing, I just let the characters decide what world is building up, and I put in as much rich information as possible from my culture. There are times when international readers do not understand those things, but there are also times when they want to understand those things. So sometimes I have glossaries at the end of the story so that the words that I have used from my culture, there will be more meaning for the readers to see those words and then understand what the book has been doing.
Do you think putting the cultural elements into your stories is actually bridging the gaps between different cultures and also people from different backgrounds?
I think the science fiction, for example, is a genre that has planetary consciousness, not only human consciousness. We have learned to measure the extent of the human presence in the world, and what's really important is that we are one human species. We are the same, and we value the human experience of every difference in our countries and our cultures, our languages equally. So I think the openness of the genre is because of this, because we are like seeing the earth like the pale blue dot Carl Sagan said.
For the Chinese writers, it's a great time for them at the moment.
I'm also from India and we have similar population.
Right.
But we do not have that many science fiction fans. I was jealous of the Chinese writers. I was like, you have so many fans, you have people lining up for signing. The Galaxy Awards was so fantastic. I had no idea that China has such a strong science fiction fan community.
When we had the Latin American writers had our panel, the readers were so attentive, so many speak Spanish and make questions afterwards in Spanish, and they were so attentive and so warm. I wish I had a book in Chinese. I was like, I want to be translated because these are the best readers of the world. Yeah, I was like wishful thinking. Let's hope someday. I think Chinese writers are very interesting. I think Chinese female writers are really, really good and heartwarming stories. I admire them a lot.
What you've seen here, the experiences that you're having here, and what are you going to bring with you when you get back to writing?
I think definitely the food for me. The way the Szechuan pepper tastes on your tongue, I have not had that taste across the world. And cycling. That's it. I know it's a very different inspiration. So I would like to actually come back here and do some biking and get a little bit more of the countryside inspiration from the things that I observe. There's so many things, and you never know. As writers, we keep absorbing everything, and then sometimes it comes in some story in the most unexpected way that you would have thought. So it's been a unique experience. Chengdu will remain in my heart, I think, for a long time. Thank you.
I've been a reader of the Tao since long time ago, so I really wanted to merge the experience of actually being here. The pandas, of course, trying to communicate with the pandas, and also the landscape, the light, the sensation of the wind. It's different, and of course the people who's so warm and kind. I would like very much to see what turns out of that melting pot. And the hot pot also. Yes, of course.